Get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for.
Hey everybody. Okay, so my camera went out. My nice little digital camera that's right over there. StreamYard's not seeing it, so we are going on the fly using the webcam on my actual computer. So I'm so sorry about that. All right, you guys. So let me see if you guys can hear me. I know that Lisa backstage says she can hear me, but I want to see you guys in the audience. If you can hear me, if you can see me, let me see the big thumbs up and show me the love because I'm not feeling it right now. Okay, you guys. All right, so without further ado, we're gonna bring Crafty Al onto the stage from Cat Scrappiness, and she's gonna show us some amazing things. I cannot wait to bring her on board. So we're gonna bring her on right now. Crafty Al, are you ready? Big thumbs up. All right, looks like she's ready.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I am good now that you've gotten the technical glitch out of the way for our live because I thought it was going to be me. So we're all good to go now.
No worries, no worries. Thank you so much for coming on board, and thank you for representing Cat Scrappiness, one of
Yes.
our fabulous sponsors. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're going to show today?
Well, Cat Scrappiness just recently came out with their birthday release, which was full of dies, paper, embellishments to make birthday occasion cards. So that's what I'll be using today. And because I love their pearl mixes so much, I'm going to be making a faux shaker card using their
Oh,
pearls
cool.
and some of their cover plates. So we'll see if we can get it done.
Awesome. All right, let me leave you to the stage. Give me one
All
second.
right.
All right, there you go. You have it.
Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you everyone so much for being here. I'm super excited and a bit nervous, so I hope we all have a great time. I'm going to go ahead and move it to my desktop so you can see the goodies that I'll be using today. These are just a few of the products that Cat Scrappiness just released. We will be using the layered party banner cover plate, the birthday essentials die set, and the Make-A-Wish with shadow die. Now, as inspiration for my card today, as I already mentioned, I love their embellishments. And that is actually what got me started on the card that I'm going to share with you. I pulled out 3 colors that I just fell in love with of their pearl mixes. And these are the inspiration for my ink colors later. Now, if you have seen me on my channel or on Cat Scrappiness on their channel, I love to make shaker cards. Well, with these pearls, since there's one like pretty side and the other side is flat, instead of fussing with trying to get them all the right side up when I make the shaker, I'm going to make a faux shaker card so I don't have to worry about that. So I will bring in my inks. Now you could use patterned paper instead of making your own background. You can use completely different colored inks. That is up to you. Again, I just chose my color palette from those pearls, knowing that these colors would blend together nicely. I'm going to put this here to protect my work surface, and then we'll get started. When I do my blending, I try to start with the lightest color. And this one also happens to be my center color. So with the yellow, I'll go in from both sides a couple times. This is a piece of Strathmore Bristol Smooth that I am blending onto. And it is slightly bigger than an A2 card, just so when you get those dark edges, I can cut those off for the final card. And I'm trying to keep my blending brushes uncontaminated, so I'm going to sit those to the side. Ask me how I know to do that. We'll come up here to the top with the pink, again, coming in from the edge. So any of the darkest ink is going to be here on my back, the work surface at the back, and not on the card necessarily. I usually just keep blending until I like the colors. This is a couple layers here on this one. I kind of want my pearls to be the star of the show. I'm briefly going to bring back in that yellow and blend those out. And then finally for the blue. If anyone has any questions, feel free to shout those out. I'm sure Brandy will let me know.
Sorry, I was on mute.
Oh.
So Amy T is asking, where do I find that pearl case? So cool.
That is actually a Cat Scrappiness product too. And I did try to pre-plan, and going live any minute now on the Cat Scrappiness blog. Yeah, on their blog will be a post that has links to all of the products. So it is definitely handy, and I love to use that. So here now we have our background. Again, you could use pattern paper for this. You don't have to make your own. And to cut this out, I'm going to be using that party banner cover plate. I want my pink to be at the top. That's just my preference. And I'm going to tape this down with some removable tape before sending it through my die cutter. Now, if you haven't used cover plates before, something you'll want to keep in mind when you send it through your die cutter, you don't want to send it straight through because some die cutters have an issue with a flat edge. So when I run it through, mine's going to be kind of turned at an angle, but it's off to the side so you won't get to see that.
Francie is asking, what size are your brush head? Is it a size 4?
Oh, the blending brushes, I have no idea. I just got those the other day because I wanted some color coordinating ones. I'm sorry.
I never knew there were sizes to those types of brushes. That's something new.
I didn't either. All right, so now we have, and we want to keep these, so make sure to keep all your pieces for the insides, because that will end up being the background for the card. As I say that, I've lost a piece.
I think it went down on the right side. If it's on the floor, it's on, I'm sorry, to your left. I apologize.
Oh my goodness.
Of course I say that. Maybe your camera is flipped on me. I have no idea. It's on the floor, Al.
You know what? We're going to move on because I pre-planned this like it was one of those daytime talk shows where they do cooking. So I can still show you the next step without necessarily having to have that. What I want to do is put these background pieces onto my card front. And to make sure I get them in the right place, so later when I put my banner piece on, I'm going to use this as a template. And to do that, I just put a little bit of adhesive at the top and bottom, and I de-tack it with my fingers, just so it will pull up later on.
Oh, that's a great tip.
Now, the one thing you do have to remember is when you go to put it on your card front and you want to push down to stick it in place, you really can only push on those 2 points, but that will hold it where I need it. Now I'm going to bring in my art glitter glue here, and I'm going to add glue in those opening areas. And I just do, just rough, because you don't want to have too much and have it seep out where your frame is, because then it's going to be hard to pick up later. So you'll put each of these down. And in these fine spots, I just put just a little bit All right. Now, once all those are in place, I like to use a big stamp block to just kind of press and make sure it's even. And then you're going to carefully pull back the cover plate, and you might have to help those kind of puzzle pieces stay down on the card front.
It kind of reminds me of weeding vinyl that's been cut with a die cut machine. I mean, with a electric cutter, Cricut or whatnot.
Definitely. So now I'm just going to sit this off to the side and let it dry while I work on the window for my shaker. Now, even though this isn't a true shaker, I am still going to use the window sheet to make it look like one. These are A2 acetate sheets that Cat Scrappiness sells. And I'm going to put just a line of glue around the frame. And some on just some of the banners, just so that doesn't pop up off the piece of acetate later. And then I use liquid glue just so I have a little bit of wiggle room and time. Lay that on the back. Once again, I press it with this. And now I'm going to set this to the side while we work more on our background. Originally, I would start with just the pink up here, because what I wanted to do was put just the pink in this section, mix the pink and yellow here, only yellow, yellow and blue, and just blue. So for now, we're going to start out with our yellow and blue, and we'll just go to the bottom because I won't show you all of these. I just want to show you how I got started and give you some tips. I will be using that same glitter glue with a fine tip, and I just go through and I put some dots where I want my pearls to be. There's no rhyme or reason to this. I put the dots first and let it get just a little bit tacky so that when I place my pearls later, the glue kind of holds it down and takes it away from my jewel picker. So here with the yellow. Now, if you find in your tray a lot of your pearls are flipped the other way, I found that if you shake it around, some of them will go the right side up and they will be ready to grab.
Now that's a pro tip right there.
Oops. So, I would just go through, put my pearls on those dots of glue. I use different sizes just scattered around. But again, then you have the look of the shaker, but you don't have to worry about these pearls flipping back over. You're always going to have that pretty side up. Now we'll move on from this section. For the next section, I would do basically the same thing, except I would put just a few yellows and then a lot of blues. That, of course, gets set to the side to dry, just like always. And I'm going to pull out of the oven magically the one that's already done. So here is a look at my background with all of the pearls added. Now, another thing with a faux shaker, you're never going to have your shaker bits fall to the bottom of the card. They'll always stay right up there in the top.
So pretty.
Thank you. All right. Now we will bring back in our piece here. And I know people have different ways of doing their shaker fronts. I did try to do some fun foam and die cut it to have my lift from my card, but it kind of distorted. Some people might cut 5 or 6 pieces of white. I'm actually just going to use some foam tape from my stash. And because some of those big pearls are pretty thick, I am going to double this up. So what I do is I kind of measure out how big my strip needs to be. Now, don't forget on this faux shaker card too, you do not have to worry about covering every single opening because there is nothing that's going to fall out later when your card is finished. So I slice this in half just because it's too wide for the border. And then I already have my foam tape doubled up when I put these together.
Well, you are serious about your foam tape. I'm just saying. That's a big roll.
I'm just serious about, I think, frugality. I don't know. And yeah. And then for now, I'm just going to pull one side of the release tape and then put it on the edge, making sure before you press it down too hard that you're not seeing it from the front. And if it hangs off at the end, that you go ahead and trim off that excess. Now, again, like magic, I have already done one completely because I think many of you probably know how to make a shaker window. So on the back of this, I have the full frame, and I went ahead and I put some behind the banners kind of going down the middle of the card. That way, you know, the window won't squish down. It will stay nice and up off the card front. We will bring back in the correct card front here, and I will put my window on. Now, I don't know where I first saw this, but I saw another crafter do this. They just peel back a little bit of the release paper. So again, just makes for some wiggle room when you go to put it on the card front. All right. Now hopefully that will cooperate here and stay at right angles. And now I'm going to do my best to line this up with the card edges. Now, again, I don't press down hard. And here my right angles went back. Don't press down hard until you know you have it exactly where you want it. This is better in theory here, guys. Sorry.
You're doing great.
All right, so I'm going to press down those corners. And now you can just peel that back like magic.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's amazing.
Yeah, I cannot remember where I saw that. And now I'm sure a lot of crafters do it, but yeah, that was ingenious. All right, I'm going to find my embellishment. So because this is a birthday card, I wanted to have a little embellishment. And this is what I came up with. It's a little vellum tiered cake, and I made it vellum so you can still see some of the shaker window behind it. I added the Make-A-Wish without the shadow for my sentiment. And I had, of course, bring in some of those same pearls. And for my birthday candle and the tiered cake, actually, it came from this set right here, which has 22 different dies that are birthday related. To get it onto my
I think we are actually going to be giving that away today.
Awesome. It is so versatile. So I'm going to put this in the lower right-hand corner. And I want to try to make sure my adhesive does not show through the vellum. So I'm going to put it in the areas that have something on the front. So behind the pearls, behind actually the whole candle I can do behind just so it sticks at the top, and the flame. And I'm going to do a little bit on the sentiment, just some lines. Make sure it stays down nice, especially if you're going to mail it. Goes right here in the bottom right hand corner. Now another one I wanted to show you for the focal point, I was just kind of playing around deciding what I wanted to go with, and this one I made with the tiered cake, but I also used the frosting layers from that same die set. I thought though for this one it was just a little bit harder to read the words. Now to finish this card off, you can bring in any sparkle you want. I just chose some yellow glitter glue here. If I can get it started. Oh, goodness. Well, I would put a little pile of glitter glue here, and then I just kind of move it around and set it to the side where a human or an animal is not going to get to it, because you know it's like a magnet for fingers. And here is the finished card.
Aw, that is so pretty.
Thank you. So you got that sparkle there on the candle. And that is it.
Yes. That was
Do I need to
awesome.
fill any more time, or are we good?
No, I think we are good. Let me
All right,
let's bring you back to your face so we can see your beautiful face, and then we're going to show the giveaway.
Awesome.
Yes. All right, so let me go ahead and go side by side. Y'all are seeing me at a really bad angle now, but we're gonna go with it. All right, so here's what we're gonna do for Cat Scrappiness giveaway. We've got this beautiful birthday pack. It is called Birthday Essentials, a paper pack, and this is a 6x8 paper pack. We've got the die set that you were using. The what is this one called? Do you know what this is called?
Layered party banners, I believe.
Layered party banners. And then we have this one. You can see this is the one where the cake was, and the candle, and that lovely frosting. And then we've got one that I don't think we saw today, but this one looks like a cover plate with the balloons, and then it has some extra balloons. Other side, Brandy. Yeah. Some extra balloons for you to use. Then we have a word die with the shadow. It says happy birthday. We've got another one that says birthday kisses. And then we've got the Make-A-Wish one that you used in your card. Yeah, and then let's see here. We've got some embellishments. Let's see if we've got any pearls in here. No, we don't have any pearls, but we do have some Starbright. I think they're clay confetti. And then we have the superhero stars. So great. Awesome. Coordinates well with that birthday pack. So, all right. I'm sorry that I'm not able to show it overhead. You can probably see it better that way, but we are just going with it. All right. So let's go ahead and draw for the winner. Okay, the winner of the Cat Scrappiness product bundle is going to Lori, and that's Laurie. Last name starts with a B and ends with an L. Congratulations, Lori. We are going to be emailing you over the next couple of days so we can confirm that you're not a bot and you are a true, actual crafty human. And then we'll be getting your information and sending that on to the folks over at I'm looking at the camera again, like.
Sorry.
I'm looking at you now. All right. So, wow. We're going to be sending that information over to the folks at Cat Scrappiness. Yeah. Yes. And they're going to send that product out to you directly. All right, you guys. So I'm going to log off and see if I can figure out this camera situation. But I do want to remind everybody that if you are in the VIP virtual crop tonight, please log into your VIP All Access Pass and register for that. We will not have any more lives today, but I will see you tomorrow at 12:30 to do our midday live. And then tomorrow evening, you'll see me again to do our wrap-up party where we're going to finish giving away all of our giveaway prizes. All right, you guys, take care. Life happens, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Thank you for being here.